Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode from the Hermitcraft server. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. We're at the Guardian farm. I need to repair my shovel. And, while I was here, I thought maybe we would get one of these VIP passes that Cubfan has. They're 10 diamonds each, and they're going to allow you to have beacon stuff, but not on this side. Over here. Here we go. So I'm going to turn all of these on, and we'll see... Oh, there we go. I was going to say, why do I only see one beacon beam? Because there is... The other ones weren't active yet. That would do it. But, how do you get out? There we go. Just like that. So now I should have regeneration and strength and all this other kind of stuff, so that when I kill these guardians, I will heal up fairly quickly, and I can repair all my tools much more easily. Also, the frame rate. I've got like 10 frames per second right now. The frame rate is a little ridiculous. Let's just... I think it's the number of guardians. I think most of that XP went elsewhere. Dang it. Anyway, I mean, this does seem better. I don't need to eat. Yeah, I think that's probably 10 diamonds well spent to have that for the whole season. If this is going to be our primary way that we're going to be regenerating our HP or repairing our tools and stuff like that, I think that'll probably come in handy. Is there a beacon for better frame rate? That would be lovely. Okay, guys, we are in a far corner of the world. Here's our coordinates. We're far away from everything. And what we are looking at is the project for today. What I want to do is I want to build a squid farm. And before any of you say anything, yes, I know. False Symmetry has a squid farm. I'm fully aware. I don't want to hear it. I know False has already built a squid farm, and I know that False has already built basically the same squid farm that I'm going to be building today. But here's the thing. I need a ton of ink. I need massive quantities of ink for concrete powder, for gray concrete and gray concrete powder and all that other kind of stuff. I just cannot afford 3 diamonds a stack. It's just too much. Maybe it's reasonably priced. I'm not knocking False for her prices, but I just can't afford to shell out 3 diamonds a stack. I only have like 16 diamonds to my name. And I need shulker boxes upon shulker boxes of gray concrete powder for an upcoming project. So we're going to build a squid farm. And what this stone border signifies is the borders of this river biome. I have picked this location because it's a spot where the river, a lot of this is like dark oak forest over here technically, and forest. The river's only kind of down the middle. But there's this nice spot here where the river kind of bends in on itself and goes over that way. There's also not an ocean anywhere nearby, so we won't have squids and fish spawning in the ocean and taking up the mob cap that way. And what we'll do is we will ultimately end up filling in the rivers over here in range, that are in range. So essentially we're going to fill in all the stuff where squid could spawn that's not underneath, that's not part of this farm. That's basically going to be the plan. This is going to be a very grindy project. I don't know how much of it I'll get done in today's episode. I'm hoping to finish the whole thing, but that might be a little bit ambitious. So now that I've marked all this out, I think the next step is probably going to be to fill all of this in and then dig it down to the right level. And then on top of that, I need to essentially mark out the squid, and we're going to fill in a lot of stuff with sugarcane. I'm going to need a ton of sugarcane for this. I think I'm really glad I have a sugarcane farm, but I don't know if I'm actually going to have enough sugarcane to do this. I really hope so. But I guess there's only one way to find out. So I'm going to get to work, and I'll be back with you guys with an update in just a bit. All right, guys, I am back. I've been working on this. I've got about half of it filled in right now. Drained, I guess, would maybe be a better way to say it. I'm not using sponges because I don't have any sponges. Otherwise, I would totally use sponges, and this would be a much faster job. But to kind of put in perspective just how large this farm is going to be, that is 2 full shulker boxes of sand just to fill in the water in the river for roughly half the farm. Actually, this side's a bit bigger because it's a lot thicker, and there's some like this whole part is missing from here. So I'd say we're a little bit less than halfway done. But what I'm gonna have to do is go in and mine out all of this stuff. So we'll just swing down here, and I'm gonna have to basically get rid of all this sand so I can then take it and move it over again to this side and fill in more of this. This might take me longer than I thought. All right, guys, I am back. It's getting there. We're making some progress. If we fly up here so we can take a decent look. I've started removing the sand over here so I can, move it over. And then Tango offered, well, I asked, but he agreed, to let me use his sponges. So this is about to go much, much faster. So I've kind of sectioned this off into little bits of 3 like this. And we got some sponges. So now we can just go like that and like that and clear this 1,000 times faster than before. Oh, that's a glorious thing. Oh, sponges, where have you been this entire project? Yeah, this is gonna go so much faster now. I'm super, super glad. Thank you, Tango. That's awesome. Okay, and then we just get them back and so on and so forth. So this will go much faster. Now, I will say, supper is actually ready. And after that, my beloved Green Bay Packers are playing season opener against the Chicago Bears, their biggest rival. So, I'm definitely watching the Packer game. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring my laptop out into the living room while I'm watching the game and just grind away at this. To, finish digging the hole. Start maybe clearing out some of the rivers nearby and stuff like that. So, I'll be back with another progress update, and after the next one, probably about 3 or 4 hours will have passed. Well, I'm back. I was sleeping. A creeper exploded, and all the chests. Oh, I think it got my bed as well. Let's just make some more chests here and start putting them in where we can. There's supposed to be one here and here. Basically I just need to inventory dump because there's all this stuff. It's so much. Oh no. I also found some diamonds while I was lighting up caves nearby. Oh man, that was a poor life choice. Okay, hold on. There can't be that much stuff left, right? Well, no, it exploded lots of chests. Okay, well, let me clean this up, and then we'll talk about the progress. All right, guys, I am back. We have quite the hole here. I did clean up the mess, and also I went to the Guardian farm and repaired all my tools, and I'm already halfway through yet another pickaxe. I'm going through these like crazy. But we need to dig down to Y level 29. That's how far down we need to go, because the killing floor for the squid farm, which is basically where all the squid are going to fall to their death and die, is going to be at Y level 31. And then underneath it, we're going to have a bunch of hopper minecarts that will pick up the drops. So what that means is we need a way to do this. We need a way to essentially get the squid, yeah. It basically means I gotta dig down. I gotta dig down a couple more blocks. I'm almost done with this giant digging project, though. I think I only have the remainder of these layers right here that I'm working on. And then I think 3 more after that. And then I don't have to dig anymore. I'm looking forward to that moment. There's also a number of caves that are kind of just chilling down here. And I've been lighting them up as best I can because ultimately I am going to be AFKing at this squid farm once it's all finished and stuff. And when other hermits are on, I don't want to be eating up the mob cap in case somebody else needs mobs. It can be, I think when possible, you want to AFK in a spot that isn't going to spawn other mobs. And B, it's just a good habit. Like if it is possible that there are some like pockets of water and stuff like that underneath the ground that could potentially spawn squid in them. So I think it's good to kind of check the caves as you find them. You can see I've already been down there. There's torches and stuff. But I think it's good to check the caves as you find them and sort of light them up and do what you can. But there's a whole lot of caves. Like there's a bunch of like ravines and it's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up the digging and then I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. I've got the whole thing all completely and totally dug out. There's space down here for our item collection system, which is going to be hopper mine carts. But I have to admit, I'm looking at this, and I think I was a little underprepared for the scale of this project. I think I underestimated just how big this project was going to end up being. Because here's the thing. Where's my sugarcane? Oh, here we go. I have 4 shulker boxes of sugarcane, right? The thing is, we're going to be putting sugarcane down there, going up all the way to the top in like a checkerboard pattern. That means I'm going to go through a stack of sugarcane every 2 blocks in the checkerboard pattern. I really don't think this is going to be enough sugarcane. I don't think this is going to be even close. I suppose we could maybe find out. Let's take like 6 stacks of dirt with us. And let's just see if we do... Go away, slimes. There's also a slime chunk down here, apparently. But if we do every other one in a checkerboard pattern, every other block like this, how much sugarcane are we going to need? This will tell us how many stacks of sugarcane, because we already know it's basically going to be a stack of sugarcane for every 2 blocks. That we know. So what I'm hoping is we can test this and find out. I mean, maybe we'll actually be okay. We've only gone through 1 stack. And it's actually... I mean, that's the smaller portion of the farm. Maybe we actually will be okay. I am going to have to clear all this out, by the way. All this dirt, I'll have to put it back. But let me get this put in, and let's just kind of see if we can get a rough estimate of just how much sugarcane we're going to need. So, I went through all 5 stacks of that dirt and didn't even fill up the entire area. I figure it'll probably take another, I'm going to guess 2 stacks of dirt. So we need like 7 stacks worth, 7 times 64. Long story short, this is going to be a lot more sugarcane than I can actually do anything with. So I've also been kind of thinking a little bit about the size of this farm. Because this thing, it's kind of a weird shape. In fact, it's actually a very weird shape because I basically just marked out where the river biomes are. And on top of that, I think there's like a certain threshold where it doesn't matter how big the farm is, it's not really helping your efficiency anymore, right? Because you hit the mob cap after a certain amount of time. Very quickly, in fact. And at that point, like, it doesn't matter if the farm is bigger or smaller or whatever. So I may actually end up shrinking this down and making it like a little bit more of a sensible shape. Because this thing is huge right now. This is like very, very, very big. I mean, I don't know exactly how big this thing is, but it's big. And I think we might be able to shrink this down and make it a little bit more easy to work with, I guess you could say. So maybe what we'll do is say, like right here, maybe we cut out that little bit, or actually maybe we do it like here. Right? We cut out that bit. We cut out this bit over here and make the farm this new shape. And then this guy would probably come to like over here. And then maybe like here. Like, that's still a really big squid farm. That's still, like, huge, in fact. And we could still maybe even make use of this space. I mean, there's... How big is this? If I fly up and I look, how large is that? That's still really big. I mean, that's potentially quite a few squid. And we could always... I suppose we could always, like, expand it over here, too, if we need to later. I mean, I could have just saved myself probably like an hour of digging if I'd thought about this beforehand. But if we make the squid farm that big, that's still a good size. I think that'll allow us to probably have enough sugarcane to actually do the farm. And it'll make our item collection system way easier because it's all... like, it's much easier to run hopper minecart tracks in, like, a box than it is in some sort of weird, bizarre shape where you have to worry about, like, is there room to change the corner here, and blah, 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 blah. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to sleep on it and decide what I want to do, and I think I'm going to finish this project in the morning, because it's like 3 in the morning for me right now. I've been working on this basically all day, and I think at this point my brain is just, like, kind of shutting off. I think it's time for me to call it a night and come at this tomorrow with a fresh set of eyes. All right, guys, I am back. I've had a sleep on it, and I think I've figured out what we're going to do. So we're going to have a squid farm that's shaped essentially like this. This will all be squid farm, and then this box around here will also be squid farm. I may expand to over here in the future. But for now, we're going to stick with these 2 boxes here. One thing I did, I was kind of looking at False's video where she built essentially the same squid farm design, and her squid farm is much smaller than this. I think her squid farm is roughly like this, maybe a little bit bigger than that. So this is going to be much larger, and I'm hoping that really improves the spawn rates. But we'll have to see. So my next step, I need to get in here and I need to get all the rails in place. I think all of our technical minecart loader, unloader stuff is going to be right here. I think this is where we're going to put our item elevator and our minecart unloading stations and blah, 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 blah. So this is where we're going to put that. The minecarts will run out. We're going to have, I'm not going to do just straight lines and have them go down and back. I'm going to have them kind of do some loops and stuff, so we're not using quite as many minecarts. And then over here, this is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think I want to have probably 7 minecarts, or maybe we'll do like... Maybe we'll go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I need to get all the minecarts in place, though, and then we can start actually putting in all the sugarcane and all that kind of stuff. All right, guys, I am back. Minecart item collection system is in place and looking pretty good. So, basically, we got minecarts going back and forth. There's a total of 13 minecarts, and they all kind of come down to this tileable loader-unloader station, which is basically a comparator, or there's, well, hopper with the track on top. Here, we can probably get a decent view of it from here. There we go. So, hopper going down with the track on top, comparator going into a block with a redstone torch. Up here is just a block, repeater going back in, and then it actually all goes down. If we break this, you can see it. It goes down into a chest with another hopper underneath, and there's a whole hopper belt here that goes to right here. And this is going to be, this is going to lead to our item elevator. We'll have a single item elevator for all the ink. So that is essentially the plan. And it should work out pretty well. So now that we have the item collection system in place, I think what I'm going to do temporarily is just put a double chest right here. We're going to hook up an actual item collection system to this. This will have a couple more hoppers that'll kind of come out, and there'll be an item elevator that goes up that way. But for now, the item collection system is in place, and what I need to do now is start getting the sugarcane in, because the hopper minecarts are here, but the squid are all going to fall and die at this level right here. So that's the next thing to do. Let me get to it. All right, guys, I am back. Big progress update. I've got the whole killing floor in place. The pattern is essentially waterlogged stairs at kind of like a, well, at a diagonal with one space in between. And then the rest of it is checkerboard, glass, and dirt. And then obviously the sugarcane is going to go on top of the dirt, and that's going to go basically all the way up there. So it's going to be a ton of sugarcane. It's going to be kind of an absurd amount of sugarcane, actually. But the next step is to actually get the sugarcane in place. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one part of the farm first, like all the way, and then see how much sugarcane I have left, because I have a feeling I'm going to go through it like it's going out of style. So I'm hoping I have enough sugarcane. I mean, I've got like almost 4.5, 5 shulker boxes of sugarcane. So I'm hoping that I can get this main part done here, but we'll see how far I get. And then, well, we'll go from there. Also, the other thing I need to do is somewhere up in here, I need to put down checkerboard blocks as well, and then we're gonna for the water, because it needs to catch the water streams or whatever, to prevent them from messing things up. So yeah, I still have a bit to do. All right, guys, I'm back. I've been placing sugarcane. I've actually been placing sugarcane for the better part of 2 or 3 hours now, and I'd say the farm is roughly halfway done. Maybe a third. I think it's roughly half, because remember, even though this hole's a lot bigger, it isn't actually using all this space. So I'd say we're probably about halfway there. Maybe even, I don't know, somewhere between a third and halfway done placing the sugarcane. I'm definitely not going to have enough sugarcane to actually finish this today, but I think that's okay. This farm is already probably roughly twice the size of the one that False built, and I'm really, really hoping that by the time it's done, and it's, you know, much larger than the one that False built, I'm really hoping that kind of balances out the rates that the farm produces ink, because I know False has had some problems, mostly just with the people being online, and that's and stuff not spawning inside of her farm. So I'm hoping that having a bigger farm, obviously we're gonna have to get rid of this river and all that kind of stuff as well to help the farm out. But I'm really hoping that we can get something going here, and I can end up with a pretty amazing squid farm that'll produce tons and tons and tons of ink very soon. However, I don't think that's going to be finished today. There's still a lot we have to do. As I said, we still have to get rid of the river. I still got to finish placing all the stuff in the farm. I have to grow kelp. If we go down these, I got to put a kelp plant right here and let it grow up so this turns into a water source block. I don't think we've actually gotten, like, I doubt we've gotten any squid at all so far, because it's all flowing water. And then on top of that, it also, I mean, there's a bunch of people online, as you can see. So, yeah, I think we're going to call this one for today. I'm out of time for this episode. I've been working on this for the better part of 2 days now, over the course of this video. And I think I need to wrap this one up. We'll finish it, hopefully, in the next one. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.